Hey everyone, in this video we will be looking at the Blasphemous Blade. So I have this equipped here. I have it leveled up to plus 10, which is max level for this weapon using Somber Smithing Stones. So we'll do a general overview of the weapon as well as look at it from the perspective of it being max level as well. In terms of where you get this weapon, it is a remembrance reward. So you get this as one of your options when you turn in the Remembrance of the Blasphemous, which you get after defeating Rykard. So I'm not going to go too much into that. I will show you where it's sort of in this volcano manor area. That's actually the site of grace where the boss fight is. So if you haven't done this yet, you can kind of get to this place naturally and figure that out yourself, or else there's other plenty of resources online if you need to look up anything related to that. But that's how you get the weapon. Starting off, we will look at the stats and things like that. However, I did want to just highlight a couple kind of unique features about this weapon first, and we'll get into more detail. But here we have it pulled up at plus 10, and you can see it does come with fire damage, so it's a kind of a fire-based weapon. And then also kind of a unique, interesting characteristic of it, if we read the description, you can see it says some HP is restored upon defeating an enemy. So after you kill enemies, you do get kind of a health regen aspect to it. And then also the Taker's Flame skill has HP generation aspect to it as well. So we'll get into more detail about all of that, but just kind of a quick highlight of some of the unique characteristics of this weapon. Okay, so now taking a closer look at the stats of the weapon, I have the base level version on the left and then the max level plus 10 version on the right. So starting off with attack power, we can see it starts off with a 121 physical and 78 fire damage. That gets upgraded to 296 for physical and 191 for fire at plus 10. In terms of attribute scaling, it uses strength, dexterity, and faith. It is kind of a faith-focused weapon. You get Ds for all three of those at the beginning, and then once you upgrade it to plus 10, strength is increased to a C, dexterity is increased to a C, and then faith is increased to a B. And then finally, the attributes that are required, similar to the scaling, so 22 strength, 15 dexterity, and 21 faith. Now we'll take a look at the various moves of the weapon and some damage output between all those moves, looking at both single-handed and two-handed. Starting off, just to give you an idea, I do kind of have my character built out for this weapon. If you look at my stats, I have it pretty basically split even across the board for strength, dexterity, and faith, so they're all at 43 right now. You can see on the physical side I'm getting plus 217 for physical and then plus 121 for the fire damage. So obviously my stats are going to be different than yours, so the damage output isn't going to be probably equal, but this will kind of give you an idea of what the output is. So starting off with single-handed, we'll do a regular attack combo. You can kind of see the fire damage there. And then a heavy attack combo. We'll do a jump heavy attack. A charged heavy attack. Do a roll regular attack. Roll heavy attack. Backstep regular attack. Backstep heavy attack. Do a sprinting regular attack. And a sprinting heavy attack. Switching to two-handed mode now, I'll do a regular attack combo. Heavy attack combo. Jump heavy attack. Charged heavy attack. And then we'll do a roll regular attack. Roll heavy attack. Backstep regular attack. Backstep heavy attack. Then we'll do a sprinting regular attack. And then a sprinting heavy attack. And then looking at the skill for the weapon, it's called Taker's Flame. So if we look at the description of that, It's similar to the Wave of Destruction from the Ruins Greatsword a little bit, but this one also does kind of a HP steal, so you'll get health back when you do it. So let's take some damage here so you can see that. This guy will hit me here, hopefully. There we go. Okay, so that puts my health at, what are we at, 854, and then we'll do the skill. So it did, well, that got some enemies in the back as well, so you can see that completely got all my health back. So let's do one more and then see if we can just get just him. Okay, so that was 854 to 1134. So it's a fairly decent health regen. I have enough. I don't think I have enough magic. If you can get multiple enemies, as you noticed from the first try, it will take health from all of the enemies you attack. So you can get quite a bit of health back from it. Looking at a few more examples of the Taker's Flame skill. One thing I didn't mention is the FP usage. So it takes 30 FP per use. For me, I get about 2 uses before I have to use a potion. And then also looking at just the general health regen passive ability of the weapon. So when you get health back for every kill as well. So we'll go up here and use it on this group of enemies to demonstrate that a little bit more. So as I mentioned, if you're familiar with the Wave of Destruction skill on the Ruins Greatsword, it's kind of similar to that. However, the damage output isn't nearly as good. Kind of the trade-off is you instead get that health regen aspect of it. But in terms of damage output, not nearly as effective. But again, I mean, that health regen aspect is nice. And then you can see once I kill this guy, you get a little bit of health back too. So if you're, constantly killing enemies, you can keep your health up quite a bit in combination with the skill. Looking at a couple additional things that you can do to further increase the damage of this weapon. So because this is a fire-based weapon, I use some additional items that help raise fire attack. So starting off, we're in two-handed mode, and just to get a base value, I'll do a regular attack combo. So that's 2230. The first thing I'll equip is the Fire Scorpion Charm, so that raises fire attack, but it also lowers damage negation a little bit. So if we equip that and do another attack, so that's going to raise it to 2344. And then also what I've been using is if we look at our incantations, this Flame Grant Me Strength incantation, which you can see raises physical and fire affinity attack power. So if we activate that first and then do another attack, you can see that raises our damage all the way up to 2815. And then finally, the way I've personally been using this weapon the most is actually in a power stance mode with another greatsword that has fire damage added to it. So I am using a Claymore that I've gotten up to plus 25, and then I've added a fire affinity damage to it. So you can see I've got both of these weapons equipped. Both have fairly decent fire damage. And then adding on, the addition of the Fire Scorpion Charm, the incantation, and then also doing something like adding Claw Talisman for additional jump attack damage. So if we do that, then we can see what that damage looks like. We get pretty good damage output with this setup. So I'll start with the jump attack. That's 1671. So pretty good fire damage with the power stance. So this is primarily how I've been using the weapon. All right, so that is the Blasphemous Blade Greatsword at max level, which is plus 10. Overall, I think it's a really great weapon. I enjoyed using it quite a bit. If you enjoy the Greatsword class of weapons in the moveset, I think it's a good choice if you're looking to use your Somber Smithing Stones to upgrade something to max level. Overall, it's really powerful if you take advantage of items that enhance fire damage, as I kind of demonstrated. And then also, I think it's a great option to power stance with as well. So as I did personally, I used the Claymore alongside of it, using a fire affinity with the Ash of War, and got pretty good results with this. This is actually the Claymore with the Blasphemous Blade is actually the two weapons I used in power stance mode to beat the final boss. That's what I decided to go with to do that fight, and it worked really well. So yeah, overall, I enjoy the weapon quite a bit. You also get that health aspect of it too, to regen health both in kills and the skill Taker's Flame. So we'll wrap it up there. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and helped you get a better idea of what this weapon's all about. Thanks for watching, and we will see you later. Bye.